I'm Linda Augsburg from Make It Mine magazine. Tea Benduhn's back at the lab, and she's going to show you how to make a two-part silicone putty into a mold. Come check it out.
To make a mold out of two-part silicone molding putty compound, you need 2 jars of the compound. There's a part A and a part B. And then you also need an object that you want to make a mold of. In this case, I'm using a brooch that is in the shape of a bird. So the 2 parts are actually, there's a purple part and a white part. And when you mix them together, it sets up a chemical reaction that causes the compound to harden. And it's a little bit the texture of toffee. So you pull out a little piece of that, and you want to get an equal part of the other one. So you don't want to have them too different in size from one another, because you do want them to be pretty close to equal. So you start to mix them together, and you mix them until you have a uniform color. It's okay to have a little bit of marbling, but you pretty much want to have them combined with one another. So you mix them, and then you can form a little ball and take your object, and you will pretty quickly press that in there, because this is already starting to harden. So press it in there, and then you let that sit for a while the compound begins to set. After your mold has set, it is time to remove it. Now, the good thing about this putty is that it shouldn't stick to the surface of the object that you are molding. So you don't have to worry about damaging your fancy jewelry. As you can see, none of the putty has stuck to the bird, and the impression of the bird is now in the putty. After you have removed the object from the mold, you can use the mold to cast your objects from liquid enamel, plastic, or plaster. You can even use a ground-up paper paste, somewhat like refined paper mache.